Hey friends, welcome to another video where we are going to talk about building a relationship with our deck and how that can really start with introducing a little bit of ritual into our practice. And I wanted to just share some of the techniques that I use to reset my deck and also to re-establish whenever I'm working with a new deck, which I don't do very often. I do work with only one deck, but I wanted to share one of the ways that I've learned, and I know it was really special to me to do this, so here we go. As always, I really appreciate likes, comments, and subscriptions and shares and things like that, so it really just supports me in continuing to make content, so I appreciate it if you show some support. And with that, I guess we will start. So the first thing you're going to want to do when resetting your deck, or even like if you get a new deck, make sure they're all in order. So I usually do the Fool like right on the bottom, and then everything from there is stacked on top. So what I mean by that is that we have the Fool, the Magician, so on, all the way into the World, and then so there's all my majors, they're stacked on top of each other in order, and then I have the Cups, and those are in order, and then I have Wands, Pentacles, and Swords, and you can do that in any order. I don't have a specific way. Whatever feels right for you is right for you, and it can change from time to time. So that is resetting your deck, and sometimes that can be really useful if you're feeling like you're not getting a clear answer or you just want to cleanse it a little bit. Resetting it is a nice way to do that, and that's just putting them all in order. From there, you can choose to use smoke medicines, smudges, you can blow on it, knock on it, you can lick your finger and touch every single card. You can hold it to your heart and ignite it with your fire. Those are 4 ways to incorporate your own elements into the deck. So again, blowing is air, licking your finger and touching the cards is going to be representative of putting your water into it. Holding it to your heart is very much about warming it up and bringing your fire into it, and the knock is sort of the earth. So those are just different ways, whatever feels resonant for you. Again, these are just suggestions. None of these things are rules. As you know, there's no rules with me or in the tarot in general. Those are some ways to cleanse without anything. But then again, you can use some smoke medicine if you want. You can do all kinds of things to cleanse your deck. And that's like reset. So now I can get a really clear, accurate reading from this deck. If you want to take it a step further, saying a little prayer or saying a couple of words or really just spending some time in a pause and silence with the deck can also help you to stimulate, you know, all of the good stuff to come out and work with you. You know, I often will say, please release anything that is not in my highest and best. And so it is. That's a really simple way to speak into reality what you want to happen with your deck. So there's all different kinds of ways that you can cleanse, reset, etc., and like really tailor your deck to be working for you. Now, if you do have a new deck and you want to totally ritualize your relationship with that deck and make it something special and sort of have a little ceremony with that, and this doesn't have to be for new decks. If you've never done this with your deck, you're totally welcome to do this as well and just almost like renew your vows with your deck. You'd reset it, just like it's always a good idea, I think, to reset it when we're doing something like this or like stepping into a new space with our deck. So once you've reset it and you've cleansed it and you've gotten it ready, you can say again a few words. But if you want it to make it a little bit more ritualistic, it's a good idea to call on each of the elements, because each of the suits are represented by an element, and then we have ether, the 5th element, being really played out in the major arcana. So something I would do is just like hold it to the heart with both hands. You can close your eyes. Whoa, the Fool just fell out. What does that mean? You can take some cleansing breaths here, really dropping into that space, and you're just going to hold them to your heart. And you can repeat after me if you want, or say it however else might serve you, and just say, I call on the direction of east. I ask that the suit of swords always allows me to have a clear mind, to receive things in grace, to act upon my perfect intuition and instinct, and to trust myself as I evolve. I call on the direction of south, asking that the suit of wands is able to always ignite me, inspire me, fill me with passion and drive to achieve my greatest successes in life. I call on the direction of west. I ask that the suit of cups is there to support me, to introduce and illuminate the coping mechanisms that are necessary to continue to evolve, to cleanse me of all that no longer serves me, to be a vessel in which I can go deep beneath the surface and attain a greater understanding and honor for my own intuition. I call on the direction of north. I ask that the suit of pentacles be there to ground me, to support me, to serve as an navigational system for both my internal and external realms, to bring me prosperity and abundance when it is in alignment with my highest and best, and to point me in the direction of ultimate health, wealth, and happiness. And I call on ether, and I call on my soul, my highest and best self, the great spirit and all manifestations of them, to work with me through this deck in many facets, to allow the major arcana to serve me in understanding with clarity, dignity, and grace where I am in my path and where I am headed, to illuminate the lessons that I have moved through, and to support me in my greatest endeavors and my relationship with the great divine. And so it is. And then you're welcome again. You can knock, you can do whatever you want, and now your deck is totally in alignment with you, and you can repeat this as much as you want. But again, it's really good to do if it's your first time with your deck or getting a new deck, or you want to really just bring some more ritual into your relationship with, you know, your divinational tools in general. So this deck contains many keys. Whoa, 3 of Swords right on top when I started shuffling. This deck contains so many keys to really work with levels of ourselves that we usually don't get to reflect on. And so having those elements there and having that sacredness and that prayer and that intention is going to be really important when working with such intense and clear and truthful archetypes that are all available to us in this deck. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I have a Tarot Fundamentals course that is now out and available, so I'll link that below if you want to learn the tarot from me. I'm so grateful to be a part of everyone's journey who has done it so far, and it's a self-paced online course, so no rules once again, as usual with my tarot practice. There we go, another card fell out, the Empress. Go get the course and have fun and do your work and do your soul work and talk to spirit and love yourself and play with the tarot. Bye!